the time you're watching this, it will be Super Bowl Sunday and you'll all be gearing up for the big game. So most of you probably will be watching this a little later, but that is okay. I'm doing the same thing. But today I wanted to do something a little more low key because I have some food coming tomorrow that I know, I'm just not going to have a whole bunch of food here. And I've been meaning to try this. So I'm in Dollar General and I'm walking around and I realized that the new chicken bites from Rally's/Checkers are now available frozen. And I wanted to see if they were any good. So I have Checkers/Rally's, but at home. Everything you see here is the frozen bag version of it that I got from the dollar store. So I have the Checkers fries. I have the Checkers chicken bites, or Rally's if you're from the South, same place. And then I also have these cheesy bites that I found that I've been meaning to try for a while. And I wanted to see if you could make a little Checkers meal. At this point, they're serving everything frozen, and that's a good thing because each of these bags cost about $5. So I have, clearly this isn't the whole bag. I have a ton of this still in the freezer, and it's a lot more cost effective. We know what times being what they are. If you still want to enjoy fast food or anything and it's too expensive, I think this is a lot more cost effective because you get the big bag. One thing I will say about the chicken bites bag, it's a lot less underfilled. Also, I wanted to get into this. This is another thing from the merch line that just came out. I do have an announcement about that, but this is the hat. It's a flex fit and it has my signature on the back as well as the champion logo for people who like flex fit hats. I do wear them from time to time. The reason that you haven't seen me wear it on camera is when I wear flex fits, I don't wear them backwards because I feel like I look like Fred Durst. So I wear them to the front, and if I wear it, then you really can't see my eyes. So it's not really camera friendly, but it is a hat that I do wear off the clock. Also, I wanted to bring this up. Some people in the comment sections were writing to me about there being a lack of 3X sizes. That is something that I multiple times tried to go over with the people at Champion through my management. I had it double checked a bunch of times, and for whatever reason, when the line dropped, it wasn't there. I'm going to show you the text message just so you know. I wrote to my manager that same time when I saw the comment. He replied to me promptly, so I appreciate him for that. I'm going to work on that as quickly as possible for you. It's something that I was so adamant about in the beginning, and for whatever reason, there was oversight when the website was made. So I will get back to you as soon as possible. I do apologize for that because it is the weekend. Like, I'm expecting an answer on Monday, but this has been a thing going back and forth. On my end, it's a little bit frustrating because this is a new thing for me. But I just wanted to tell you, I'm doing everything that I can to make sure that that's fixed ASAP. But let's get into these chicken bites and the cheesy bites and the fries. Let's try these cheesy bites from Checkers. Are these on the menu? I've never seen these at Checkers, but they're like little hash brown bites apparently, and they do have that fry seasoning on there as well. That fry seasoning really does make everything better. The inside tastes like creamy mashed potatoes. It's not like hash browns. It's more of like a mashed potato creaminess to it. And the outside is still nice and crispy. A little ketchup. I haven't seen these in the menu. They should be on the menu. They really should. Also, I air fried these. I know that some people are against air frying stuff like this because they're better fried. I do agree with you. I got to draw the line somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? I get where y'all are coming from, but I didn't want to do that for these. So we got the chicken bites as well. Now, these all look flat. When you get the ones from Checkers, from what I remember, they're not flat like this. You can see they're just like, almost like little like discs. The word discs is hard for me to say sometimes, and I try to like overemphasize discs. Certain words, man. They don't hit the same. They're not bad. They do have the seasoning, but there's like less chicken in these. It's like they made a different version than the ones they give to the store, which is kind of disappointing. The fries never fail. These I've been eating for years. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're better off getting another brand than the Checkers until they fix this. These chicken bites are just not the same as the one from here. I thought it was like, okay, you can get something cheaper. The cheesy bites are pretty good though. I thought it would be something that you could get that was like close to it, but they're not. It's like they cheaped out. Even the bag is noticeably less full than anything, but there's not enough chicken in these. I feel like I'm eating chicken, little patties or something. You're better off getting another brand. You can't do the one brand thing. There's better versions. Walmart has better versions than that. But the fries, Still second to none. I'm disappointed in the bites though, man. Damn. All right, let's talk Super Bowl. A lot of people been asking all week, mostly Eagles fans. What's my prediction on the Super Bowl? I'm one of those people, I hate predicting things. I'd rather enjoy what it is. So picking a score is like, you're not going to be right. I can just tell you this when it comes to what I think for a Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs are going to win, but it doesn't mean I think the Eagles don't have a chance. The Eagles' best bet is a steady dose of Saquon Barkley and to shorten the game as much as possible if they get a lead. If anybody can beat this Chiefs team, which have become like the Patriots where they know how to win ugly, they haven't put it together all year. They really haven't played that well all year compared to what their level of excellence is. But they're at a point now where they've got so many of that core throughout the team, not just Mahomes, but also Chris Jones, some of those defensive players, some of the linemen, and obviously Travis Kelce, that they've got a culture on that team that understands the goal is to win, and it doesn't really matter how you do it, just get it done. Very similar to the Patriots run that they had, where they might have lost players and some of their better players because they wanted to get more money. You know, Tyreek Hill comes to mind. Snead, the cornerback from last year, comes to mind. They have guys they lose every single year, but they just keep winning because the backbone, the spine of that team, the coaching staff, and the culture supersedes all of that. And that's what the Eagles are up against. But the Eagles did beat the Patriots with Brady on that team in the same way. The Eagles are going to have to play a perfect game. All of the things that happen going into this, which in the playoffs for Philly, there were times where Philly, not this past game against Washington, which was kind of an onslaught, but the Rams game comes to mind. The elements helped them, not to say they didn't deserve to win, and also Stafford and those guys were pretty close to tying that game up. If you give a guy like Mahomes and that team that kind of closeness in the game, it's not going to go well for Philly. But if they can give him a steady dose of Barkley, if they can limit the turnovers on offense, if they can force some on defense, easier said than done, I do think that they are a more talented team from top to bottom. The only thing that's keeping me from picking Philadelphia is that it factor that the Chiefs have going on right now. But if the Eagles play their best game and can force the Chiefs to make some uncharacteristic mistakes, they'll win the game. They cannot turn the ball over. They cannot not force turnovers on defense. It's like the most basic stuff you say about football, but you cannot give the Chiefs a chance and keep this game close. If the Eagles can race out to a lead, you know, get yourself a 21 or 14-7 or a 17-3, something like that, they've got a really good chance to win this game. My prediction for the Chiefs defense is the Chiefs are kind of going to slow play. They're going to try to stop the big run. The home runs have been destroying teams, and stacking the box is a bad idea against Philly. So I think you're going to get a lot of too hot. You're going to get a lot of the safety staying back to avoid the big plays, and Spagnuolo is going to try to get creative on doing something to nullify. He's going to try to put the game into Jalen Hurts' hands, and it's going to come down to, are they going to be able to do what they did last week where Jalen Hurts was on fire? He's good enough to do it, but he can be a little unsteady. As far as the Eagles go, the Chiefs are not the explosive team they used to be. They're a team that more relies on moving the chains and driving the ball down the field. They don't have the big playability they used to have in their early days with Tyreek Hill and some of those other guys. You know, DeAndre Hopkins, Travis Kelce are steady receivers, really good receivers, some of the best to ever do it receivers, but they're not what they used to have in those like home run threats. But the Chiefs now have become a team that they know how to move the chains and get those smart first downs. You just don't want it to come down to, all right, Chiefs need to make like a 3rd and 3 play to win the game or something like that. They've shown multiple times that that's their forte. I just think the Chiefs are a championship team. I don't like picking scores and stuff like that, but I would go like 27-24 Chiefs. I think Philly is probably the most talented team in the NFL, and they definitely can beat them. This is me going with my heart and my instincts instead of, all right, this is what it looks like on paper logically. But Philly fans, please don't think that I'm trying to hate on y'all. I've given a team that I don't root for multiple compliments this entire time. When I talk about things, I try to stay as unbiased as possible. I just hope to see an exciting game. I like to watch a Super Bowl. It's one of the few football games I watch with people because I prefer to watch the game, but this is more of a time for everybody to be social, family and friends, and all that kind of stuff. So, not really a numbers guy. I'm not saying I'm going to be right. I'm going to go somewhere in the region of 27-24 Chiefs. But I wish Saquon Barkley was on a different team because I do want him to get a ring. I think he deserves it. I think the Giants did him dirty. I know Philly fans tend to be a little more like sore winnery about like, yo, well, thank you for Saquon. Like, you're welcome. I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do what's best for him. I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at anybody. At the end of the day, if I'm Saquon Barkley and I'm a Giants fan. If I was Saquon Barkley, so say they put me in the Saquon Barkley suit and I played for the Giants and the Giants were like, oh, go see what you can get out there. I'm a Yankees fan. I would play for the Red Sox as a player. If the Red Sox give me a better chance to win and offered me the most money, you better believe I'd take it. There's no loyalty with the organization from the job standpoint. So I don't know why people would think that like there's some sort of loyalty with the players either. They don't care. We saw it on Hard Knocks where they were like, hey, go find a better deal. And the Eagles were like, hey, we'll make you the highest paid running back or one of the highest paid running backs in the league. And we'll give you the biggest chance to win. And we have the best offensive line. Like, I wouldn't expect Saquon to be like, yeah, I don't know. It's Philly, though. Even though he obviously grew up being a fan of all that stuff. His dad was and all that. But I'm saying if it was me, I wouldn't care. I don't care if I work for UPS. If FedEx came and said, hey, FedEx, I'm out. Oh, I'm trying to stay low-key. Like, I know people are eating you're eating this stuff, but I'm talking the amount of food. I'm trying to stay a little low-key because I know how to go with like game day and stuff. So this was like every food blog I do, something I want to try. I don't really care for these. Everything else is legit, but I cooked them, so I'm finna eat them. That's how I feel about them. Hope everybody enjoys the game tomorrow. There will be content tomorrow that I'll be making during the game. And that's pretty much it. I appreciate y'all, and we'll be back tomorrow. More content, men and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.